Welcome into your home for daily Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 zombie uploads, where we go through every single weapon inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies to see how these weapons are viable for you to use inside of your Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. These are going to include the aftermarket parts, the aftermarket conversion kits, and the MW2 weapons. So if you're new around here and you like to see how weapons perform, make sure you subscribe, turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss any future uploads from myself on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. As well, down below, next month in June, my streams will be starting back up where I stream a ton of custom zombies and other zombie-related games, and I'd just be honored to have you guys come and support me over there in the streams. Links for that is down below in the description. Now, as you all know, Season 4 for MW3 has dropped. Now, there's not a lot of Zombies content on the season drop. The Zombies content does come on Reloaded, and it looks like we are getting unstable rifts, and I believe what's going to be inside of those is some sort of round-based objective. So keep your eyes open for that. Should be tons of fun. Now, yesterday with Season 4's launch, they started off a brand new event. So let me know how far along you guys are in the event down below. You can see they have us collecting a ton, an absolute ton of DNA samples. I think it's like 12,500. It's going to take a while. Also, on Wednesdays, they update our weekly challenges, and this week I was super excited to unlock this JAK Harbinger kit for the M4 assault rifle from MW2. It is an aftermarket conversion kit, and it lets it have 50 cal rounds, which is ridiculous. And at the end of the 8-week challenges, this is going to be the anime camo we get, and I think it looks really cool, so I'm excited to be rocking that. So today, we're going to be taking a look at the M4 with the Harbinger aftermarket conversion kit that was released yesterday. So we'll be taking the M4 JAK Harbinger kit today, taking it through all 3 tiers, taking on bounty contracts all the way through. So hopefully by the end of today's video, you'll have a real good idea on how the M4 aftermarket kit JAK Harbinger works for you inside of your Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. So without further ado, let's get to the JAK Harbinger aftermarket conversion kit review video today. All right, so welcome in, and I'm super excited for this one today. I tell you, I was looking forward to this aftermarket conversion kit for the M4 for a while. So we've got the M4, we've got the Soul Render blueprint on there, and the new event camo from the previous event on the gun. So stick tuned. I have showed you how and which ones those are at the end of the video. So when we spawn in and test our weapons, I spawn in and put on my perks and no additions to the weapon to make it any stronger at all. I do have one extra today, which was my Ether Blade, and I do rock a Deadshot Daiquiri, and I'm a mouse and keyboard player for those of you that are new around here and are wondering. So we got our first bounty of the day, which was a Mangler, and I was really just overall curious to see how this M4 conversion kit worked, and holy smokes, the sound it makes, I absolutely love it. It makes me feel like I'm just firing like this most ridiculous cannon of ammo at my enemies. It's truly fun to use, and it's such a heavy hitter. You can tell here on our first bounty of the day, we're white rarity taking on a Mangler inside of tier 1, and you can just already tell, like, I was feeling super confident with this M4 JAK Harbinger conversion kit as I just stood here and tried to strong harm our very first bounty contract of the day, which is not something you usually see in my footage. I'm usually, you know, taking them at range and stuff like that, but you can see just how hard these 50 cal rounds hit in the M4. So it is fully automatic. The fire rate is really slow. You can see me jumping up and down because I was super excited. Like, this thing slaps. It's so much fun to use. Anyway, next thing to do is go off and find the Pack-a-Punch machine inside of tier 1 and go visit the Pack-a-Punch machine so I can get our M4 with the aftermarket conversion kit for Season 4 to Pack 1 and see what it can do inside of tier 1. Now, the Pack-a-Punch machine was hiding underneath that bounty contract, so it took me a minute to find it. But we made it over, meleeed the Pack-a-Punch machine to keep our ammo on the camo on that gun, and then it was time to grab another bounty contract, which we did. And we picked this one up, and I was excited. Like, this thing has been so strong, and it's just a joy to use. Like, I love the sound this thing makes. It makes it feel like you're running with the biggest heavy hitter thing you've ever heard in your entire life. It's truly awesome. So I was super excited to grab this bounty contract. Here we are with another Mangler. We're now Pack-a-Punched 1 with white rarity and no ammo mods on our M4 JAK Harbinger conversion kit. And you can see just how strong this thing is. Like, holy smokes, that Mangler didn't stand much of a chance we picked up a schematic there, which was awesome because I was looking forward to be able to hand that off to another player in my match. And the next thing to do is to throw on my legendary tool and my napalm burst, which is my favorite ammo mod to use, and grab ourselves our third bounty inside of tier 1 and see, just is this going to just absolutely eviscerate this bounty contract? I am fully expecting it to, for sure. Just with how hard it was hitting the first 2 bounty contracts, and I was not disappointed. When I managed to get a critical shot here right near the end, you can see just like his whole health bar was gone. Totally deleted him. I was feeling super excited to move on and progress, you know, getting this weapon stronger and seeing what else we can do as we move through into the higher threat zones in the match. So the next thing for me to do was to head off into tier 2 and grab ourselves a bounty contract without pack-a-punching. I did not want to pack-a-punch. I wanted to go into tier 2, pack 1, legendary with napalm burst. And on my way, there was a player that was pleading for help. So you know what we had to do? Stop what we were doing, turn around and head over and get this player back up on their feet so they can continue on their match, because we all know how that feels to go down without a self-revives or lose your self-revives and you're pleading and hoping someone can come get you. So he was fighting a disciple bounty contract there. He's having some struggles with it, so I stuck around to make sure he could get up, got him revived a second time, and then I offered him the schematic which he needed, which was a total win. I was feeling really good about that. So now we made it over to our bounty contract inside of tier 2, being pack 1 legendary with napalm. I was super excited to see what this M4 JAK Harbinger aftermarket conversion kit can do to a bounty. But wait, what? Why? How? Let me know if that's happened to you. I was dumbfounded. Like, what just happened? I got out of the vehicle and bounty completed himself. So time to grab another bounty contract and hope and pray that this one does not complete itself. So we went and picked up our bounty contract inside of tier 2. We are still pack 1 legendary with napalm, and I wanted to see what we could do to this mangler bounty contract being only pack 1 inside of tier 2. And holy smokes, this aftermarket conversion kit absolutely shreds. It slaps. It is such a heavy hitter and a hard hitter. It is super awesome. Just look at the critical damage we're doing. This is pack 1 inside of tier 2. So definitely going to be a viable option for you guys for sure. We picked up another schematic in there, which was awesome because I wanted to be able to hand that off to another team. But the next thing to do before we did any of that was to go off and visit Pack-a-Punch 2 and get the M4 to pack 2, which we did. So the next thing to do is to get another bounty contract, because due to how well that first one went, I was really curious to see what pack 2 was going to be like inside of tier 2. I had a feeling it was going to be really strong for sure. So we grabbed that bounty contract, and my curiosity here was definitely through the roof. Like, I was wondering, what was this going to be like? Is it going to be something where it was just like an instant delete or whatever? And then on my way, I found another player team doing the escort mission inside of tier 2. So I thought I'd drop the schematic and see if one of them needed it, and they did. So awesome. We got away 2 schematics in this match so far. I was super excited. We picked up our disciple bounty contract here inside of tier 2, made super easy work of that disciple, got decent loot out of that for sure, a PAP2 crystal. Now, having the other player that was in the match there help me complete that disciple contract, I didn't feel that that was going to be showing you just how viable this can be on its own, dealing with a bounty contract inside of tier 2. So what we did is we picked up another bounty contract inside of tier 2, which was another disciple, and I wanted to show you guys with this one just how strong this M4 JAK Harbinger aftermarket conversion kit is, dealing with just the zombies that are inside of tier 2, a bounty contract inside of tier 2, being a disciple, and it's bounty contracts. I do not like our disciple contracts, but with that being said, they are not much of an issue, not much of a struggle at all with this M4 and the JAK Harbinger aftermarket conversion kit. Like, the movement on that disciple right there drives me up the wall. Anyway, we were able to crack his healing right there and finish off the disciple right here in just a couple shots. This thing is so strong. It is super awesome to use. At this point, all I really wanted to do was head off to tier 3 and see what this M4 conversion kit can do inside of tier 3. So throw on the PAP3 crystal that I bring in, mark our Wonder Fizz machine inside of tier 3. So before we go off and venture into tier 3, we make sure we have all of our perks and are ready to go and handle whatever tier 3 is bringing to us today. So we made it into tier 3, grabbed the last 3 perks that I needed, and then, like I do always when I spawn in tier 3 and grab my perks, I check this ritual site first, and as I got close to it, I could hear that this site was active. and I was super excited because these are, as you know, these are usually gone in the first 5 minutes of a match, usually by people using a scorcher, fly in and grab them and take them all. So the fact that I was able to find a ritual that was able to use when there's only 11.5 minutes left to go in the match, I was really happy about that. As well, it was strange as the other circles had been farmed, and when I came into tier 3, I was the only player in tier 3. So I made it over to our ritual circle here, and I was confused. Like, all the zombies just insta-died. It took all the souls into the orb, and then I noticed all the zombies, they weren't pathing toward me at all. They were just standing around like I didn't even exist. So I just was so confused here by what was going on. I moved forward a little bit, and then I managed to get them to finally recognize that I was here, and they all started to come and attack, which was awesome because I needed them to get their souls in there so I can complete my ritual and get the loot. And this is where I go to complete it, as you guys have seen in the videos before. But I wanted to show you that, like, that was really strange. Have you guys ever had that before inside of tier 3 where nothing even recognizes that you're in the zone at all? It was really strange. So we got our PAP 3 crystal, we got our legendary tool out of that, which was absolutely amazing, and our 2,000 essence, which was awesome. So the next thing to do was to grab a bounty contract and check out what this aftermarket conversion kit can do on this M4 with the bounty contract inside of tier 3. We are triple pack-a-punched, we are legendary, and we do have napalm on the M4 with the aftermarket conversion kit. So I was pretty excited. We got a mega abomination, which was awesome. Look at the damage. Just look at the damage. Holy smokes. I know this thing fires slow, and I know the rounds, like mags of holding with this, are going to make this thing absolutely broken. I can guarantee you that. I did not have mags of holding to bring in with me today, which is a shame because I was really looking forward to show you guys just how ridiculous this thing is with mags of holding. But I wanted to show you guys this spot because it was a bit of a cheese spot. Or the Mega Abomination, I wanted to call him George, but he's not George. We'll call this one Fred. Was standing here, and he was not attacking me or anything like that, and he continued to fire up his laser attack. I wasn't in a glitch spot. The zombies were able to come and get me, as you can see on screen. So I just wanted to show you guys that if you have a bounty contract, a Mega Abomination bounty contract in this area in tier 3, this is definitely something that you guys can try to make easy work of your Mega Abomination bounty contract, as I did right here in the footage. But you can see just how strong this M4 aftermarket conversion kit is when that Mega Abomination bounty contract is firing up his laser attack. It melts right through him. I mean, you can see I hopped down here. He just wasn't firing up his laser attack for me. I was doing damage. Like, I would have been able to finish him off up there, but he just wasn't firing up his laser attack for me. So we got his other head right there, his second one right there. He fired up his laser attack. I mean, you can see how quick that damage was. It was absolutely insane. Then I was trying to climb on top of that, and the game was like, yeah, nah, bud, that ain't happening. No. So we went up the ladder to get ourselves some distance, some range, and to be able to shoot the Mega Abomination. And he fired up his last laser attack here, and with the M4 and the 50 cal aftermarket conversion kit, we were able to finish him off from range with ease. This M4 aftermarket conversion kit slaps. It just shreds tier 3. I was having so much fun using this today. Like, just the sound of firing this gun is so pleasing to the ear to hear. Just like the massive thud you get from shooting these 50 cal rounds is just awesome. So the next thing to do was to show you guys how this handles some crowd control inside of tier 3. As you can see on screen, George was absent, but his loot was here. It was very, very, very odd indeed. But I wanted to show you guys crowd control inside of tier 3 with the M4 and the aftermarket conversion kit for season 4, and just show you how well it handles an HVT, the crowd control, the zombies, the armored zombies, the dogs coming sprinting at you. The M4 conversion kit handles all of it. It is such a heavy hitter. It's like 1 or 2 shots to the zombies inside of tier 3 and they're gone. So I highly recommend that you guys go through and complete your 5 weekly challenges for week 1 to unlock the JAK Harbinger aftermarket conversion kit for your MW2 M4 assault rifle. And I was having so much fun dealing so much damage with this that I grabbed another bounty contract inside of tier 3 to show you guys just like this is such a viable weapon for you guys to use inside of tier 3. The conversion kit is just, it's such a hard hitter, such a heavy hitter. We brought our over here to our cheese spot here, and I wanted to show you guys just, you know, crowd control. How viable is it to use inside of tier 3? And I mean, like you can see, I'm not having an issue pushing back the horde that comes up the stairs. As they come at me, I have no problems dishing them back. I move back a little bit here with dogs coming at me, but for the most part, this is just one you can stand and melt and just shoot things in front of you and just totally destroy hordes inside of tier 3. Definitely, like, this thing is so strong. It's kind of ridiculous to even think of an M4 assault rifle is shooting 50 caliber like rounds. It's absolutely nuts. Look at that damage from range. I mean, I would expect it to do very good damage at range. It's got 50 cal rounds, so definitely something I wanted to test out to see, like, you know, how strong are these rounds going to be at range, in that they are typically used in a sniper, which is used at very long ranges. So I just wanted to see how it is. You can see the damage is definitely something that is possible to be done at range on a Mega Abomination bounty contract inside of tier 3, but at this point I just wasn't feeling like it was moving enough. I feel like he was either healing, I think. I didn't feel like it was moving fast enough, so I wanted to reposition myself to try and get some more critical shots in on the Mega Abomination, and we got ourselves over to another rooftop here, and I just showing you guys how this works inside of tier 3 and just how easy it is to just deal with a whole bunch of zombies coming with you. Like, you just 2-tap the zombies. It's not a problem at all. I was really enjoying using this today. It felt nice and strong, and it hits really hard, and you've got the movement speed of the assault rifle, so it's not like you're moving at an insane slow pace for sure with this, which is really awesome to see. And you can see we're just collecting a ton of DNA samples for the new event. We got our Mega Abomination contract just chilling over here, waiting for me to fire up and get him angry enough to fire up his laser attack at me, which I was surprised that he wasn't doing it right here, but I was doing a good job of being able to clear out all the riffraff around so that I could focus my energy and my fire on our Mega Abomination bounty contract. And then as I moved closer, he did what I wanted him to do. Fired up that laser attack, buddy. And we laid into his second head right there as he fired up his laser attack and got that one done. And you can see the damage, just how strong this thing is. It's absolutely ridiculous. What a wonderful, crazy aftermarket conversion kit. And I, for one, certainly hope that they continue to bring more just crazy, insane aftermarket conversion kits for weapons. I think it's tons of fun, and it adds a lot of replayability to going in and trying different weapons, different aftermarket conversion kits in your runs, which leads to, yeah, for me, just tons of fun being able to replay it with different weapons and having different, you know, viable solutions for sure. And then here I was trying to get my loot from our bounty contract. I somehow managed to drop the double pack-a-punch crystal, which I wanted to keep, but all the loot in the ground was definitely not cooperating with me, so I finally managed to pick that up. And then when I turned around, I realized, lo and behold, I have the storm right here. Like, we're inside 8 minutes left to go in the match, and the storm has already consumed all the tier 1 exfils that I was going to be able to get to. So there was only one left on the match that I had a chance to get to before final exfil, and that was one that was inside of tier 2. So I made it over to the tier 2 exfil and activated it literally at about the last possible chance I could before the storm came. The storm had encompassed the entire exfil and my helicopter when I went to leave. This was honestly one of the most intense exfils I've had in a while. My heart was racing doing this. I was really worried about having to find the final exfil and get there. Yeah, so I was really happy to get onto the plane and get out of Dodge for sure. Holy smokes. Thank you all for tuning in today. Now, at the end of every video, like I always do, I want to show you guys, because people have been asking me, you know, what is the blueprint? What is the camo that I run on the build? So we're going to start with the camo that I used on the build. This is the M4 from MW2, and the camo that we have on there is an event camo, and it's the Allegiances is the event camo that I have on, and the blueprint that I'm running is the Soul Harvester, if you guys are wondering. And as always, let's work together in the comments section to make any changes to the weapon build that you see on screen that I ran for today, and we'll work together to come up with an awesome one for us all to use inside of our Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. And I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one.